To my lovely people, quite a few interesting stories to talk about in detail, and not the greatest day in terms of a lot of banging news, but I think gives us a time to, really get stuck into some of these conversations. Let's go.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get stuck straight into this. The first news we want to go through is everything that you need to know in regards to Aubameyang. Chelsea hope to close the deal with Barcelona for Aubameyang by tomorrow, so hopefully this is coming to an end. Aubameyang will be a Chelsea player. Thomas Tuchel gets his man, and yeah, there's a lot of history between Thomas Tuchel and Aubameyang. As I've said it many times, Thomas Tuchel has been asked about this particular question in the press conference previously, and he seems very, very upbeat about it. You know, when asked about the 79 goals that Aubameyang scored under Thomas Tuchel said, "I'd definitely take that." And Aubameyang at the moment, he is in line to start for Barcelona against Man City in a friendly. I don't know why. Who designed this friendly? What's the need for this friendly? I don't get it. What? Yeah, season's already started. Why are we having these friendlies? But anyway, it is what it is. Aubameyang starts tonight for Barcelona in a friendly game against Man City, and apparently it is due to the fact Xavi starts Aubameyang, so the fans can say goodbye to him. A few of our fans were getting a bit worried as to why is he starting this, that, the other. He's probably not coming, but it seems like it's to say goodbye. Why are City playing a friendly? It's a charity match, but both are using strong teams. I hope people don't get injured here. Seriously, that would be mad. But that's the latest that's gone on in regards to Aubameyang. Hopefully, this happens very, very soon. As Nathan Gissing said, should be done by tomorrow in terms of internally. When the announcement happens, God knows. But I would have loved to see him start against Leicester. I don't know whether that's going to be possible now, but we'll see. We'll see, man. We need a striker, big time. Nathan Gissing, in regards to Fofana's situation, Chelsea had 3 bids rejected by Leicester. I want you guys to look at this because we want to talk a little bit about the madness that is happening around the Fofana situation. Chelsea had 3 bids rejected by Leicester so far for Fofana. First bid 60 million, second bid 62 million plus 3 million add-ons, third bid around 72 million add-ons. This is the latest that got rejected, 72 million, which includes add-ons. Fofana agreed personal terms first week of August with Chelsea on a 6-year contract. Leicester want 80 million. I mean, where do I even start with this particular news? As I keep saying, Wesley Fofana is a very good player. But the way we are moving, it's like he is one of the world's greatest defender right now. 60 million, 62 plus 3 million add-ons, 72 million add-ons. Like, you'd think that should be enough, but they want 80 million. I know Leicester will accept the 80 million. And right now where we are, you might as well pay the 80 million because you've now invested so much time on this situation. You're probably going to have to pay up that 80 million. But my gripe is, are there no other CBs available? And are we in a situation where we have to pay 80 million to get Wesley Fofana? As much as I like him, as much as he will be an improvement to our team, so many defenders we've let go. Kimpembe, Skriniar, De Ligt. I know some of you guys may say, oh, they don't want to go, Miz, they wanted to stay or they wanted to go elsewhere. 80 million, and you know the personal terms, 230k per week wages apparently, or whatever, let's say even 200k. Are we in a position that we couldn't convince other players with that level of money? And is this it? Like, there is no other centre-backs available in world football. Like, I find it very difficult to believe this. And this is the issue when you don't have scouts. It seems like in this transfer window, it's been all everything that Thomas Tuchel has been saying. Upon his instructions, that scouts are redundant in this particular window. They really are. And I hope down the track we get a director of football, we get proper scouts, and we need to help out Thomas Tuchel, because right now Thomas Tuchel is just moving with the knowledge that he has. Obviously, he won't have the knowledge of the entire world, but for me, we should not be in this situation ever again. We really shouldn't be. I have no issues spending big money, but let's spend it on a high quality, attacker, or a high quality midfielder that's going to be box to box. Defenders, sure, you got to spend well as well. I know Liverpool spend a lot of money for Virgil van Dijk, but Fofana is not at that level. And Virgil van Dijk himself has been rubbish in recent times. Since his injury, he's been very, very poor. Fofana's just come back from a serious injury as well. So that's all I'm going to say. And on top of that, is it worthwhile to let go of Chalobah? I know some of you guys have commented, come on, Fofana's a lot better than Chalobah. I get it. He is a lot better. But for me, he ain't 80 million better. That's all I'm going to say. The money seems mad, but we are so neck deep on this situation. We're going to have to get it done. This is the latest news that's out from Florian Plettenberg, who is a German journalist. Edmund Tapsoba has been discussed internally at Chelsea in case Fofana fails. I've got no clue who this particular player is. You guys let me know who this guy is. But apparently Chelsea's been monitoring him since 2021. So looks like Leverkusen player. Is he good? I've got no idea. Some fans are saying yes, please. You let me know. I've got absolutely no idea about Tapsoba, but I'm pretty certain he's probably going to be a lot cheaper than Fofana. Okay, next up. Chelsea are so desperate to sign Anthony Gordon, who is the same age as Hudson-Odoi. They are prepared to offer 60 million for him. No wonder he wants to go to Leverkusen. He's clearly had enough. This is from Darren from Mirror Football. Look, some part of this is probably true. In regards to Hudson-Odoi, look, there's a lot for him to improve on. And yes, he probably hasn't had all the time that he needs in order to develop. I get that. And his preference was to play on the left side, but he keeps playing on the right. But nonetheless, his pace has disappeared. His ability to take on his man has disappeared. His shooting technique. There's a lot of flaws in his game. But that aside, and I'm so happy that he's now moving to Bayer Leverkusen. I hope he absolutely balls out over there. And I hope he gets regular minutes. That aside, this scenario is quite mad. You're literally letting go of Hudson-Odoi, which, as I said, has flaws. But you're bringing in Gordon, who, yes, is a very, very good player. I've watched a lot of Gordon last season. Very good player. But 60 million, it's much like that Fofana situation. 80 million better, in this case, 60 million better. He's better than Hudson-Odoi, don't get me wrong. Gordon, as Spurs valued Gordon at 35 million earlier on in the window, apparently. And Everton didn't want to talk to them about it. But 35 million is probably the right price for Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon has a lot of polishing to do until he becomes a 60 million player. He's probably going to play as a wingback for us, right wingback, where Ruben Loftus-Cheek plays, which is more of a right winger position. Yes, he can take on his man. Yes, he can whip in across. But passing ability, Everton is not really a possession-based footballing team. You're going to play for a team that's going to have the ball a lot. You better be very good on the ball. That's just all I'm going to say in regards to Anthony Gordon. Newcastle United are pushing hard to sign Gallagher on loan. Look, I've said it many times already that Gallagher's not going anywhere. We've got midfield crisis. We're going to keep him. But Gallagher has a lot to improve as well in a possession-based footballing team. The way he got mauled against Leeds, his inability to hold on to the ball, his inability to be press resistant and then drive with the ball and then find those passes, it's something is going to be troubled at Chelsea, because you're going to see the ball a lot. You're going to have to love the ball. You're going to have to want the ball. And that is something Conor Gallagher has to improve, because at Crystal Palace, it wasn't as if they were having 70% of the ball. Generally, it would be 50-50, and then at times where it would be counter-attacking football, and that suited Conor Gallagher a lot, where it's just instinctive football. Whereas at Chelsea, you're going to have to be an engineer. This is what I can't wait till Kovacic comes back. Look, I want to stick around with Conor Gallagher. I want to see how he performs this season. But if this season doesn't truly work out for him at Chelsea and you don't see those distinct improvements, maybe down the track there is a case for perhaps accepting maybe if someone like Anthony Gordon's gone for 60 million, you'd think someone like Conor Gallagher, who's going to have a lot of interest, not just in the Premier League, but everywhere around the world. There would be teams that would love to have him. As you can see, Newcastle, he should be worth at least 70, 80 million. If Gordon is 60 million, this guy's banged in goals last season for Crystal Palace. So something to think about if he doesn't work out at the end. Ajax and Chelsea have new round of talks scheduled to discuss Hakim Ziyech deal. He's considered priority target for Ajax, waiting for Man United new bid for Anthony. Ziyech had 2 meetings with Ajax board in the last 4 days. Now, time to discuss between the clubs. Look, as we said it in this video, there's been many clips of him in Amsterdam. Sorry, not him in Amsterdam, like people trying to sell his shirt, Ziyech 2022 Ajax shirt in some of the sports shops over there. There's, planes have been tracked from Leeds to Amsterdam, and as soon as Man United is able to secure Anthony, this is probably going to happen. And Chelsea is not too perturbed about losing Ziyech. It's good for both parties. He simply hasn't worked out for us. Not because because that he doesn't have the ability. I think it's because he simply doesn't fit the system that Thomas Tuchel has. He likes to play as a wide winger. That would be our wing-back position. But Thomas Tuchel likes to use him as an inside forward. And as an inside forward, he does not have those qualities, being able to take on his man, that burst of pace. You need a different style of a player. Ziyech simply is not that type of a player. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona have pulled their interest in Marcos Alonso. I don't think the transfer will happen. This is from Ben Jacobs. Look, I'm a little bit annoyed about this. We need Alonso gone. Emerson is gone. We need Alonso gone. Some of you guys might say, look, we don't know what the situation on Chilwell is. Maybe we need Alonso. It's going to be Cook. Ben Chilwell will get his game time as well. And then don't forget Koulibaly, once he comes back from the red card situation, will take his left LCB position back again. This week, we may see Cucurella as LCB and Ben Chilwell as left wing back. But look, there's no space for Alonso. Barcelona was a good opportunity for us. What happens now? I don't know. Does he go back to Italy, where he once played before? But without Barcelona, there was interest from Atletico Madrid. So hopefully something down the track could again pop up from Atletico Madrid's point of view. So let's hope. He needs to go. I don't want him to stick around at Chelsea Football Club and be frustrated, be annoyed, and somewhat become a bit of an issue. I hope that's not the case. Ladies and gentlemen, some Chelsea news now. We've talked about transfer stuff. Mateo Kovacic, I'm ready for what's coming. I hated being on the sideline. It's tough. Look, it's good to see him back training. I don't want him to be rushed back for the Leicester game. I want him to be 100% fit. If he is 100% fit, some minutes off the bench. But this brother is so important for us in that midfield. Being able to drive from midfield and break open opposition mid and then spraying those passes is very important. Someone who's press resistant as well. When you're pressed, 2 or 3 players on you and being able to wriggle away from those situations and then open the opposition up, very much needed. We lack players like him in midfield. This guy needs to come back for us ASAP and needs to play on a regular basis. But he's got to stop getting injured, man, because these injuries are racking up every season. Thomas Tuchel will miss Chelsea's game against Leicester as it stands after written reasons were given from the FA's independent commission following Chelsea versus Spurs. Chelsea can appeal it, and if they do, the touchline ban will continue to be suspended up to them. Now, look, is there a point for appealing it? Everyone's against us. Might as well take this one match ban and just move on with it. Get it out of the way. If you appeal, God knows what's going to happen. Maybe you're going to get banned for even longer time. Yes, once you appeal, the ban will be suspended for the time being until you hear about the appeal, the decision. But what if the decision is that, nah, you know what, as opposed to 1 game, now it's 2 games? Because that's what they do. Even though Thomas Tuchel doesn't deserve a ban at all, what he said about Anthony Taylor and Mike Dean, especially Anthony Taylor, is absolutely correct. And then Mike Dean comes out a few days later saying that they were in mistake anyway. So, look, for me, maybe just take the bullet and just run with it. I'm just going to have a quick look at if there's any other latest news that's popping up at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to miss out on anything in this particular video before we go. Looks like there's nothing at the moment that we've missed out. There is going to be the Carabao Cup draw, which we can touch on tomorrow. But as of now, there's something in regards to Aubameyang. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's move to Chelsea is imminent, and tonight's charity match against Man City is seen as an opportunity for him to say goodbye to Barcelona fans. So that's brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel about everything that we've gone through. Really would love to know about the Fofana situation, Anthony Gordon. Are we paying a lot of overs? Is it okay to pay overs? I mean, down the track, Director of Football, are you happy with the way Thomas Tuchel's moving at the moment? How do you feel about the Aubameyang scenario? Is he someone you're excited about to see up front? Let me know in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I should see you guys tomorrow. Until then, see ya.